Ooh, okay. It's chest day. I'm warmed up. Got my rotator cuff movements done on the cable, and this is my intro workout that I'm carrying right now. Pinch of salt, half a teaspoon of lemon, and half a teaspoon of sugar, and one whole lemon squeezed. So, okay, some tips on benching. And all of you know how to bench. Do you know the right way to bench? Because there is no right way. One or the other. So, if one is benching for hypertrophy, the bench should be strictly at the hands parallel of the ground and maintain a small to no arch with the bar held with a closed grip. And when you're re-racking the weight, always remember to keep the bar parallel to your eyes, and when you're benching it up, elbow should not flare outside, it should go inside. So it should look something like this. But if you are benching for power, which I'm going to do today, I'm going to work on the 5 into 5, 5 sets of 5 reps for strength gains. Maybe a little bit hypertrophy along the way. We're going to do some accessory sets at the end. The first thing that should be done is you're going to have a crush grip or a bulldog grip. So it's going to rest across. So this is normal grip. If you see my hand placement, I'm going to show you at the end of the warm up after this. It should be little, yes, like this. It's going to rest on the heel of your palm, a little diagonally. You have a small arch, and you're going to use your leg drive. It's going to be like you're going to perform a leg extension without actually lifting your leg off, as said by Larry Wheels. But I'm going to just tweak that into my way little. You're going to perform a half squat while not lifting your butt off the bench, but crushing the bar with the grip, the bulldog grip, and maintaining an arch all the time. And then whenever you lift it off, that's the one time you're going to use your strength to do that, like this. And from here, you're going to have a most likely a little wider, not outside of your shoulder crease, but that's my warm up. So it should be something like, if you're benching for hypertrophy, let's say, it can be okay if you have held it like this. The chest is up, you're not doing this. But if you're benching for power, leg drive, arch, bulldog grip, that's how it's gonna be. So let's move up a little with the weights. We're gonna do a 5 into 5, so my max bench is around 225 pounds, 100 kilos. So we are gonna get it started. I'm first gonna get my 50% of 100 max, one set, maybe for 10 reps, and then the day workout is gonna start. I'm gonna take around 70 kilos for 5 reps. 75 or 80 kilo it should be for the first set. Let's see if I can go around and do more sets. But remember, before doing your chest press, think the opposite of this. What's the opposite? A high bar pull, but doesn't really get the shoulder involved. Gets your upper back, the TS and the mid traps, maybe a little bit of TS bench, minor anyways, and the rear delt. Do a pull movement like face pull, a rotator cuff, extension on the cable. Because doing this with dumbbells is simply You're just extending your, like you're just doing isometric for your biceps with just moving your shoulder around, not very productive. And even this with dumbbells isn't as good as doing it with the cable. So let's see how many reps we go on with this. So I'm going to use my bulldog grip to get the weight off. It's also known as the crusher grip on bench. Bar eye level, small arch, little leg drive. Okay. Now, the chest is a little warmed up for going in this movement. I was slamming 2020. Nope, slamming 15s. Let's just go it up. Alright. By the way, I think this bar weighs around 10 kilograms, so maybe for the 5 into 5, I can go later. Maybe just put 10 keys. That's gonna be better. This is 10 keys. Time for the lemon water. Great. Whoosh. Live with Joel. Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing an outfit close to the gym norms. Alright, 5 into 5. Let's go for 5 reps or 5 sets. Abs tight. Shoulders tucked in. Crusher grip. Arch. Breathe in and exhale out with leg drive to rack it out, unrack. Okay. Make it easy. Maybe go a little heavier than this. Oh. That's like 35, 35, 70 and 10, 80, yeah. So, one rep max, 102 kilo. And of course, after we're done with our bench, we're gonna move on to our incline press or maybe incline fly for a set or two of each exercise, and that's boom, you're done. Then parallel bar dips, For the lower chest, maybe you want it a set of you. Whereas the warm up for shoulder a compound, I mean for triceps. And then we are going to go and hit up our long head focused exercise, maybe skull crusher or maybe dumbbell extension. I don't have any spotters right now, so skull crushers would be not so good for maximal output. Maybe dumbbell extension or lying skull crusher with one arm. That's the best. I don't want to use cable. I prefer to deny it. Well, scientifically speaking, cable is better, or it has its place when you are doing something like this. But lying incline or lying down flat, extending your arm a little, keeping the tension the whole time, not extending fully. We got to keep our joints healthy. Just going full range of motion and 90% of your joint. That's all we're going to need. A good triceps is a good bench. So is a healthy set of shoulders. Without healthy shoulders, you are not going to be showing with head and shoulders. Anyways, I think I'm going to need a few more seconds or a minute max to get ready psychologically for that set. What got me into training? Being bullied. Yeah, in class 3 4 I was bullied. Got me into training. Yeah, but bullied by guys of class 7 when I was in 4. And by the time I reached 6, I was bullying class 10 guys. Anyways. Well, that included a lot of gym, a lot of jerking around with stupid people. Anyways, remember when you are benching without any partner, don't go anywhere close to your 1 rep max or even 2 rep max if you're benching without a partner. And if you don't have like much mobility in your joint or mobile joint or wrists, don't even get like close to thinking about that, because maybe heavy squats, maybe they will wreck you. Either you can just slide the bar off back, cool, or maybe you're doing in a power rack or hammer strength, fine. In a Smith, fine, or maybe bench in a Smith is safer. But if you're doing free bench press or in our Indian way manual bench, then this can kill you. The squat will wreck you up if you don't have any spotter and you're being stuck. But the bench will not wreck you, it will fucking kill you. Just imagine getting 100 kilogram on your neck, on your throat, straight up on your windpipe. You don't want that. If you bounce on your chest, you have good pecs, a nice rib cage, you're set. Alright. Let's go. How many I can get of these? Still got one in the tank, but this is what 5 into 5 is all about. Still got 3 sets to go. So I could have got 7, maybe I could have easily got 6, but yeah. I think I'm going to drink that lemon water again. I'm using that bottle as a stand, but I'm going to. Oh, let me have some of these. Straight up water. In Azerbaijan we call it soup. Because I'm going to drink the lemon water more. Some lemon flash went into that actually. Feels good. Always remember, benching should only be done when you're properly hydrated. I mean, yeah, you can bench all day with incline, you can bench all day with dumbbells, but trust me, if flat bench, I'm not talking about hypertrophy or people who are starting out, they have came across a lot of things on TikTok where they give a leg workout like uh, plated goblet squat, and then they give another exercise like one leg up Bulgarian split squat. Then they give walking lunges, and then they give a superset of leg extension and leg curl. I mean, if that would have built strength, then I think the Olympic Committee and the Olympic Committee of India in my country, or for Olympic Committee of Azerbaijan, if you Google things that simply, or if you even go and visit the Olympic Committee, I guess only might be 5% of the population who lifts would do that. You would see in their strict guideline training, there are snatch, there are high pull, there are bench press, there are squat, there are deadlift, there are front squat, there are overhead squat. There are no stupid exercises like this. I mean, no exercise is stupid. Doing something other than nothing is way better. But if you would see, that's not how the things goes. Some would say one, two, three, four, five. Okay, one, two, three, four, five. Okay, then one, two. Then you would seven times, seven times, seven times. Brother, are you on gear? Brother, are you on steroids? No, I'm not. Okay. What are you eating? 4 eggs a day. Chatte ডিম in Bengali. Chatte ডিম, হ্যাঁ চারটে ডিম আর বাড়ির খাবার, home food. And looking into the mirror, doing 20 months. Brother, you're gonna disrupt your muscle. Those are used by professional athletes who are on gear or maybe who are not even on gears at the end of their bulking phase or prep where they're looking for a little bit of muscle separation with their sarcoplasmic push, not the real myofibril strong muscle buildup. So maybe after a week, you look a little flat of not working out for a week. But at that point of time, when you do exercise, you will see maybe the fluid is gone, but your ultimate strength has stayed the same, as mentioned by Mike Benson. Those are sarcoplasmic muscle tissues gone from your system or gone from your musculoskeletal fibers. I mean, skeletal muscle fibers, yeah. And your myofibril are the one that stays. I don't want to get into type 1, type 2. Just search for sarcoplasmic and myofibril. Then you would know the range, the difference, the strength buildup, the muscle buildup, hypertrophy, so on and so forth. So yeah, someone on train, I don't want to name things. I mean, or riding a train, I'm going to say, I'm sorry. Someone on gears, PEDs, abusing peptides, or using them for what sort of reasons. Um, they are doing 5 sets of seated one arm rows with cable and they are letting go slowly using lighter weights of 5 sets of 20. They are just giving the muscle those blood push pumps so they are going to keep the tension for over more than that and just going to separate. A repetition should take around from 1 to like from 2 seconds to 7 seconds to make it emphasize, and you should hit failure before your heart does for a muscle. I'm not talking about people with diabetes or heart problems or asthma. But let's say if you're working out and you got to hit failure, like any repetition does build muscle, but the surefire way is always low reps. Why? If I give you, let's say if you're talking about push-ups or crunches, let's say crunches, you can do crunches for 100 reps and not get your heart high, maybe a little bit. But if I give you 200 kilo on the squat, or let's say 100 kilo on the squat, you weight 70 kilogram, and I tell you to do it for 30 times, your heart is going to get tired before your legs because you are going to keep on doing 30 reps. I'm not disapproving or saying everything works for everyone, but why get your heart high while you can get your muscle to failure before? So 12 reps on the squat with heavy weights, maybe that's enough. After that, your heart is going to get high. So what do you want to fail first, your muscle or your heart? For building muscle, I say I guess the answer is in front of you. So stop looking at fancy routines. Get yourself an educated trainer who knows his mental or has at least produced one or two bodybuilders or maybe strength athletes who has got medals. And don't just go on to internet and listen what Arnold did unless you have any theory for that or whatever you have in your diet or your supplementation. Unless you don't, brother, you're gonna crush yourself. You're gonna hit plateau, and you will know it the hard way, which I don't want to begrudge you. Okay, so 80 keys, 5 reps, let's get another set, the third set. We have 2 sets left of this. I got it off wrong. I got the part wrong. The unit demon says, go slap another plate. Slap another 5. Let's make it 80. Then it will be 80, then 90. I don't want to do that. And maybe I do. Because when you're training for strength, you should not be completely gassed out. You should have one rep or the other in your tank while doing 5 into 5. That's the rule. Oh, and of course, yes, reaching muscle failure, like for hypertrophy, I need 10 reps by myself, and maybe the last 2 reps, my spotter. My spotter gives me a touch, and while breathing in, I control the negative. Completely fine, going to complete muscle failure. But if we are chasing strength, I wouldn't survive. At that time, we just want to go just shy of one rep failure, maybe at max 2, because if you're burning yourself out, you wouldn't have the strength for that. And I'm talking about not only building up the muscle, but training for that movement through your training your ligaments, your joints, and also your neuromuscular adaptation. Telling the CNS, central nervous system, to understand, hey, that's what I'm going to do, and that's how you're going to work with me. So yeah, patience is the key as far as I see. Chest, triceps, day one, back biceps, day two, shoulders, day three, legs, day four, rest will be done. If in the middle of the day, I mean, in the middle of the split, I need any rest day, I'm gonna do it now. Why chest, tricep, back, bicep, and leg, shoulder? I mean, shoulder different day, legs different day, and why chest, tricep, and back, bicep? A lot of people are going to argue. Yeah, I do agree. But it's not going to be my push day or pull day. So my workout after doing the bench, the multi-compound, it was actually designed to be starting with incline dumbbell, a little bit of isolation work for chest and triceps, so no direct deltoid work. So one day of resting the deltoid is completely fine. Now someone's going to say me, how about the back day and the rear delt day? Because of the shoulders day, I'm going to train the rear delt. I'm not saying this is delts day. This is shoulders. And when I say shoulders, the meaning of shoulders is your deltoid and your trapezius. If I would have said it was a back day or a pull day, then pull means completely your posterior chain from your upper body. I mean, from your lower back, lats, teres, rhomboid, erectospine, and rear delt with your trapezius. That's your pull or complete back. But I'm rather going to say it's just triceps. Day two is lats biceps. I'm not going to go into much movement like the T-bar row, which is going to target my upper traps. Maybe seated chest supported row, maybe my lower traps a little, and I'm not going to be doing heavy shrugs on my shoulders. It's just going to be upright or face pull. That's playing smart. And I benched one day earlier, so my deltoids are just gonna be fine. Because without giving a muscle rest and working them out on like working them out on consecutive days is very counterproductive in terms of strength or hypertrophic development. Very good in terms of endurance if you're chasing that. Then I would suggest just go grab the bar, start doing muscle ups, front levers, back levers every day, and you will get your goals much nearer without hampering your joint. But you're lifting heavy, why should you do that? Always trial and error, and to each his own. You know, stupidity and ego is a really big thing. I'll be back. How much are these? Alright. Whoosh. Nobody saw me. But honestly, coming from maybe 100 gram proteins area right now, how much? Like if I calculate my diet, 5 eggs, 30 gram, but the eggs are so small here. The farm raised eggs. So let's just go till 22 gram if my calculation is wrong. I weighted them. So like 22 grams for 5 eggs, maybe half a liter of milk, 17, 18 gram. Let's make that 40. And maybe 4 pieces of drumstick or maybe 5 pieces of chicken drumstick or chicken thighs a day. Let me mix up to around 100 grams protein. And yeah, not to mention my bad habit. Kids don't do this. Smoking regularly around one pack of a half a day. That's around 20 to 20, 30, 36 days a day. And still maybe drinking 3, 4 days a week doesn't do much good for your MPS muscle protein synthesis. But still, from my perspective, in my eyes, I could have been not 10 times, but still 2 times better than what I was. Maybe I would have been benching 150, 75, 75 this side. But still, let's not go and see what I could do, but what I am doing. And from my point of view, having 22% body fat, around 21% body fat. So if my lean mass weight is going to be, my complete weight is right now 85. So let's go 10 kilo off that. That is 8.25. And again 8.25, that is 16.5. So if I remove 16.5 kilo, I'm going to be around 78 kg. So 78 kg person squatting 130 kilo for a single rep, that is almost close to twice his weight. Deadlifting 190 kg with straps and 180 kg outside my visual record on video. That is little bit more than twice his body weight. Benching 100 kilo, that is 1.5 times his body weight. Overhead pressing 75 kilo, that is his own body weight. That's a good one. Still carrying 20 kilo, around 15 kilogram of solid fat, like here you can see. So my arms are right now, if I pump, it's around 17 inches. So yeah, I did good. But if I'm talking about an Olympic athlete, my deadlift from 78 kg of lean mass, I think I should be able to deadlift 230 keys. So I have hit 260 in my prime. That time I was 79.6 or something, 78 point something, like little bit more than around 3.3 times my body weight. I'm gonna go close to that again. I'm training for that. Let's see how close I do get. But my bench has been pretty weak all my life. So has been my overhead press. But my curls and deadlift has been a strong point. So I'm trying to increase my bench. That's it. Okay, how much is it? 20, 15, and that's like 2.5 kilos. So 75 plus 2.5, I mean 35, 35, 70, 72.5, and then 82.5. Okay, 82.5 for 5 reps. That's what I'm looking for in this set. Maybe I gotta, I guess I can bench a little more now. Like everything looks like warmed up. So yeah, that's fine. And maybe if I can do this, maybe I'm going to get 5 in, but no, that will happen. abs. These are like small things that I learned. See, your teacher, if he's a real good preacher, or your father, or your mother, or your grandpa, they learn in life. And sometimes they want you to go the other way and learn hard, like some things the hard way. But sometimes when they learn something, they teach you the things without the trial and error because they have learned this amount of things and they just narrow it down to the best. So I've learned from doing thousands of exercises like my trainer making me do. I've learned that one small trick in lat pull down. So I've learned this from Vishwanath Gamba Morabajar. It was Devonia's gym long back in 2014, 15, 16 maybe. Yeah, Vishwanath. That this trick just simply makes people who don't have much mind muscle connection train their lats very effectively. You gotta have a little bit push of them. Simply that way. You don't need more than 4 5 sets per muscle if you're a beginner. So squats, deadlift, bench on other days, overhead press curls, sit-ups, rows. That's all you need. You need a little bit of unilateral dumbbell work for each muscle. For chest, press, flies. For back, bottom rows. For delts, dumbbell press, dumbbell flies. Most likely arms, curls, biceps, extensions. Sorry, so you don't have muscle imbalance. So what I've learned, I was on the point of saying this is I just try to share the best and most tried and tested things. There are a lot of things. EA, essential amino acid, BCA, we should even have intra workout, glutamine with creatine. Not bad choice. But still, I'm gonna say the simple thing of lemon water, maybe lemon water with salt and sugar, maybe a little honey and a little bit of ginger would be just fine. But these three things get the job done. You need water, you need lemon, you need salt, you need sugar. Boom. So like Su, Sekir, Duz, and limon. Masa bhaji. Or a kadras. You're good to go. Each time I bench and kick it, my god damn, shoulder just makes it move like this. Oh shit, the bench is a little bit off. Alright, gonna be my fourth set. I think actually, yeah, I did my third set. It's gonna be my fourth set. I guess I'm just gonna post my 5 into 5 routine, benching for strength. That's gonna be it. And maybe a small tricep workout. 1, 2, 3. And one in my tank left. Ooh. I can put 5 and do another set. Yeah, I can. I can definitely do 80 kilos. I mean, 90 kilos for 5 reps now. But I don't know. I just want to put a 2.5 in Bitcoin. Joy Magdalene. Oh, Ma would be like, I like munchies. God would be like, well, You are about to goodbye your family, or goodbye, you are about to goodbye your world, and you're never coming back from that surgery. You are never coming back from that hospital. You know it's time to go. Now I don't want to blabber on about that or like be a child about it, but yeah, and you just join your hands to Ma, and Ma just drags you out of there. So Himanji, good, and you know you're alive. That's it. 75, 85. Okay. Started out with 80 into 85. No, started out with 71. Sorry, 75. Did I? No. Yes, 60 and 70. Yes, we started out with 70 and now we have close to 85 for 5 reps. Last set. So this is 5 into 5, 5 reps for 5 sets. If you are looking for strength, let's see in a week. Completely strength, you don't give a think about hypertrophy, just want to build your base. First thing, day 1 is push day, day 2 is pull day, day 3 it's rest day, day 4 it's again light work, push day, day 5 it's legs day, day 6 it's rest day, and day 7 it's again light pull day, and that's it. Or you can go like only 3 days a week or 4 days a week. Day 1 chest push, day 2 pull chest, day 1 push, day 2 rest, day 3 pull, day 4 rest, day 5 legs, day 6 legs rest, in that way. Or even you can go upper, lower, rest, upper, lower, rest. Here's the twist. Day 1 is going to be chest on upper, and day 2 is going to be shoulder press and row heavy. So, two 5 into 5 exercises one day is more than what you can handle. So, for bench, yeah, day 1, bench 5 into 5, incline press, dumbbell 2 into 8, moving on to another, lat pull down, upper body is 3 into 8, dumbbell 1 arm row 2 into 8, and maybe cable crunch, and just one set of tricep push down and one set of preacher curl. You are done. Day 2, lower body. Barbell squats 5 into 5, uh, hamstring curl, leg extension, one set, or two set maybe, 10 to 15, leg curl, two set 10 to 15, and calf raises. You are done. Day 3 rest. Day 4 again, barbell overhead press 5 into 5, followed by that barbell bend over row 5 into 5, followed by that, uh, or you can say uh, incline press dumbbell or barbell or Smith 3 into 10. Okay, after that uh, pec deck fly, yep, and then dumbbell side lateral raise 2 into 10, yep, barbell curl 2 sets, yep, tricep overhead extension 2 sets, yep, parallel bar dips 2 sets, around 8 to 10 reps. Even like if more than 10, add weight. Boom. Last day, you're gonna be doing deadlifts 5 into 5, pull-ups weighted 3 into 8, reverse grip lat pull down 3 into 8, dumbbell 1 arm row 2 into 5, seated dumbbell shoulder press 3 into 10, hammer curls 2 into 8, tricep lying easy bar skull crusher 2 into 8, followed by one set of cable crunch to failure or 2 sets at max, and boom. And oh, I did the deadlift. I got it all wrong time. Anyways, it should be more like after the deadlifts, it should have been more like glute ham raise if you can do, or leg extension, and the rest of the exercise it could be excluded or changed. But best would be, best for strength buildup is 5 into 5 routine followed for full body. Day 1 squats, 1 day gap, then bench, one day gap, then deadlift. And in the squat day, you're going to do a little bit of shoulder work. Second, on the bench day, you're going to do a little bit of bend over row work. And on the last deadlift day, you're going to do a little bit of lunges work. And that's it. Full body. That's the best. Yeah, I confirm. Day one squats, overhead press, barbell curls, and lat pull downs. Day two bench, bend over row, tricep extensions, and around you can include squat leg raises in either. It won't make much of a difference in cycles. And last day deadlifts, leg curls, leg extension, maybe a little bit of overhead squats to really work their posterior chain, keeping their balance, and maybe high pull, lat pull, and one arm rows. That's it, with a little bit of curls. One exercise for small muscle, bicep, tricep, and deltoids. Two exercises for big muscles, for back like reverse grip pull down or one arm row. And finally, one big compound movement at the starting of the workout, squat based deadlift. Then you don't need to prioritize the overhead press, because in a full body 3-day split, you don't need to do two of them. So maybe in the next week, instead of bench, you're going to just do dumbbell press, and at that point of time, you're going to be adding your overhead press 5 into 5. Okay, last set, and that's what I'm about to say, 5 into 5. Yeah. Almost all out. I think I up my routine. Oh no.